What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely on fire this week, folks, and we've got some huge updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From intense on-court drama to surprising performances, the sports world is buzzing, and we're here to break it all down for you fast. Get ready, because this is the kind of inside scoop that keeps you ahead of the game. We're diving deep into the moments that have everyone talking, the reactions from the biggest names, and the fallout that's shaping the conversation. You think you know what's happening? Think again. We're bringing you the unmissable details, the raw emotion, and the expert takes you need to stay in the loop. First up, the US Open is serving up some serious controversy with an on-court clash that has players and fans alike weighing in. We've got the inside scoop on what went down and who's speaking out. Then, we shift gears to the court where top athletes are not just playing, but making powerful statements. We'll unpack the discussions around sports and society, featuring insights from some of the biggest names in the game, all while they're navigating their own high-stakes competitions. Plus, we're tracking the incredible resilience and surprising moments from athletes who are battling it out under immense pressure. And finally, we're looking at the evolving mindset of champions and what it takes to succeed when the stakes are highest. Get ready for all the action, the drama, and the analysis you crave. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the Roger Report, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's go. Tennis's heated exchange. The US Open has been a hotbed of discussion this week, not just for the incredible matches on court, but for an intense post-match altercation that has sent ripples through the tennis community. The incident, which occurred after American Taylor Townsend's hard-fought second-round victory, saw a heated exchange erupt between Townsend and world number 25 Jelena Ostapenko. The tension was palpable, leading to a confrontation that players and fans are still dissecting. Following the match, Townsend revealed the stinging words directed at her by Ostapenko, who reportedly told Townsend she had no class, no education, and issued a veiled threat, suggesting Townsend should see what happens when we get outside the U.S. Ostapenko later attempted to clarify her actions, stating that Townsend had violated certain unwritten rules of tennis, which she perceived as unsportsmanlike conduct. This controversial situation has drawn commentary from prominent figures in the sport, including fellow American Coco Gauff and two-time US Open champion Naomi Osaka. Both Gauff and Osaka have publicly come to Townsend's defense, highlighting her character and sportsmanship. Gauff, speaking after her own second-round win, acknowledged the heat-of-the-moment nature of the exchange, but firmly stated that Ostapenko's comments were inappropriate. "I know what was said after the match. I think it was a heat-of-the-moment thing. I think Jelena was probably feeling emotions after she lost. I do think that it shouldn't have been said, regardless of how you're feeling," Gauff remarked. She emphasized Townsend's positive attributes, calling her one of the nicest people I've ever met and a dedicated mother and friend. Osaka, meanwhile, addressed the incident with particular sensitivity, touching upon the potential racial undertones of Ostapenko's remarks. "I mean, it's really difficult to say. I think obviously it's one of the worst things that you can say to a black tennis player in a majority-white sport," Osaka stated, referencing the historical context of such comments within the sport. She also defended Townsend's intelligence and hard work, asserting that she is the furthest thing from uneducated. Ostapenko, through her social media, has denied any racial motivation behind her comments. Townsend herself appeared unfazed by the exchange, even making light of the situation in her post-match press conference, suggesting it was a moment fueled by emotion rather than any personal animosity. The incident has certainly added another layer of drama to the US Open, sparking widespread debate about sportsmanship, player conduct, and the underlying dynamics within professional tennis. Audience impact. Social media platforms are ablaze with discussions, with fans debating sportsmanship and the impact of player interactions, while analysts are dissecting the potential implications for player relationships and tournament conduct. But the drama on the court isn't the only story unfolding. We're also tracking how top athletes are navigating intense matches while also making their voices heard on broader issues. Racism accusations at the US Open. The US Open is currently embroiled in a significant controversy following an on-court verbal altercation between American player Taylor Townsend and Latvia's Jelena Ostapenko. The incident, which occurred after Townsend's second-round victory, has escalated into a wider debate about sportsmanship and has drawn sharp criticism, including accusations of racism, from prominent figures within the tennis world. Ostapenko reportedly accused Townsend of having no class and no education, and made a veiled threat, stating Townsend should see what happens when we get outside the U.S. While Ostapenko has since denied any racial motivation behind her comments on social media, the remarks have ignited a firestorm. Naomi Osaka, a two-time U.S. Open champion, weighed in on the controversy, stating that Ostapenko's words were one of the worst things you can say to a black tennis player in a majority-white sport. Osaka, who knows Townsend personally, defended her character and intelligence, asserting that Townsend is the furthest thing from uneducated. Osaka further commented on Ostapenko's history, suggesting it was ill timing and the worst person you could have ever said it to, and questioned whether Ostapenko understood the historical context of such remarks in America. Townsend herself stated that she did not interpret the comments as racially motivated, attributing Ostapenko's outburst to the emotions of losing a match. However, the impact of the exchange has been undeniable. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, speaking after her own second-round match, offered support for Ostapenko, revealing she had spoken to her privately. Sabalenka described Ostapenko as a nice person who can sometimes lose control and has struggles, expressing hope that she would learn to handle such situations more maturely. Ostapenko's subsequent doubles match saw her receive cheers rather than jeers from the crowd, indicating that the controversy had not overtly soured the audience's perception of her. Organizers cited medical reasons for Ostapenko's subsequent withdrawal from press obligations. This incident underscores the intense pressures and high emotions that can surface during Grand Slam tournaments and the broader societal issues that can become intertwined with professional sports. The debate highlights the importance of respectful communication between athletes and the potential impact of words, particularly within a sport striving for greater inclusivity. Audience impact. The incident has sparked a significant online debate regarding player conduct, the definition of unsportsmanlike behavior, and the potential for racial undertones in athlete interactions, with many calling for greater awareness and sensitivity within the sport. While some players are dealing with controversy, others are making strong statements with their performance on the court, showcasing incredible grit and determination. U.S. Open upsets and resilience. The U.S. Open is proving to be a stage for both stunning upsets and remarkable displays of resilience, with several top players facing unexpected challenges on their path to the later rounds. World number 1 Iga Swiatek, fresh off her Wimbledon triumph and Cincinnati title, experienced a significant scare in her second-round match against unseeded Dutch player Susan Leymans. On Arthur Ashe Stadium, Swiatek was pushed to a grueling three-set battle, ultimately winning 6-1, 4-6, 6-4. The match was far more difficult than anticipated, with Swiatek admitting, "It got a bit complicated in the second set, but I'm happy that I could reset and start playing better in the third." This hard-fought victory sets her up against 29th seed Anna Kalinskaya in the next round. In contrast, defending men's champion Jannik Sinner delivered a masterclass in his second-round encounter, dismantling Australia's Alexei Popyrin with a dominant 6-3, 6-2, 6-2 victory. Sinner's performance was described as ruthless, securing his place in the third round where he will face Canadian 27th seed Denis Shapovalov. Meanwhile, Naomi Osaka, the 23rd seed, appeared to be rediscovering her formidable form, cruising past American Hailey Baptiste 6-3, 6-1. This win marks her first time reaching the third round at Flushing Meadows since 2021, and she expressed her satisfaction, stating, "I was just really trying to focus and not give her any free points and just be positive. I'm really excited to be moving better." Osaka also commented on the ongoing controversy surrounding the on-court altercation between Taylor Townsend and Jelena Ostapenko, condemning Ostapenko's remarks towards Townsend. The day also featured high drama in the women's draw with Coco Gauff. The defending champion faced a tough challenge against Croatia's Dana Vekic, whom she had previously lost to at the Paris Olympics. Gauff struggled with her serve and was seen weeping into her towel during the first set. However, she found inspiration from an unexpected source: gymnastics icon Simone Biles, who was in the stands. Gauff shared that Biles' presence gave her the motivation needed to overcome the deficit, remarking, "I saw her, and she helped me pull it out. I was thinking if she can go on a 6-inch beam and do that with all the pressures of the world, then I can hit the ball in the court." In other notable matches, Stefanos Tsitsipas was eliminated in a marathon 5-set thriller against Germany's Daniel Altmaier. Alexander Zverev advanced smoothly, while veteran Venus Williams, at 45, partnered with Leylah Fernandez to win their first-round doubles match, showcasing her enduring presence in the sport. The U.S. Open continues to deliver thrilling tennis, unexpected twists, and compelling narratives both on and off the court. Audience impact. Fans are buzzing about the resilience shown by top players facing tough matches and the inspirational moments that define high-stakes competition, with discussions ranging from tactical analysis to the mental fortitude required at Grand Slam events. And speaking of mental fortitude and progress, we're taking a closer look at how athletes are evolving their approach to the game and dealing with the pressures of the spotlight. Osaka's U.S. Open advance fueled by progress and attitude. Naomi Osaka has made a strong statement at the U.S. Open, advancing to the third round with a confident performance against American Hailey Baptiste. The 23rd seed secured a convincing 6-3, 6-1 victory, marking her best showing at Flushing Meadows since 2021. This win is being attributed not only to her improved play on the court, but also to a significant shift in her mindset and approach to the game. Osaka herself highlighted this progress, stating, "I was just really trying to focus and not give her any free points and just be positive. I'm really excited to be moving better." This focus on positive self-talk and minimizing unforced errors has been a key theme in her recent resurgence. The win also comes amidst a broader conversation within the tournament, particularly following the on-court altercation between Taylor Townsend and Jelena Ostapenko. Osaka has been vocal in her support for Townsend and critical of Ostapenko's comments, which included accusations of Townsend having no class and no education. Osaka, a prominent voice for mental health awareness in sports, particularly for Black athletes in predominantly white spaces, addressed the potential racial undertones of Ostapenko's remarks. "I think obviously it's one of the worst things that you can say to a Black tennis player in a majority white sport," Osaka commented, emphasizing the historical context and the personal impact such statements can have. She also defended Townsend's character and intelligence, countering Ostapenko's claims. This stance by Osaka underscores her willingness to use her platform to address issues beyond the court, reflecting a growing maturity and confidence in her public role. The article also touches upon the broader landscape of African American tennis, quoting TFO's assertion that African American tennis is at an all-time high right now, suggesting a positive trajectory for diversity and representation in the sport. Furthermore, Townsend herself has spoken out, stating, "I stood up for myself," regarding the exchange with Ostapenko, indicating her own resilience in the face of the incident. While Ostapenko has denied any racial intent, the incident has fueled discussions about sportsmanship and the impact of player interactions. Osaka's performance and her thoughtful commentary on these events highlight her evolution as both an athlete and a public figure. Her journey back to form at a Grand Slam event, coupled with her engagement with important social issues, makes her a compelling figure to watch throughout the tournament and beyond. Audience impact. The tennis community and fans are celebrating Osaka's return to form and her articulate stance on important issues, seeing her as a symbol of progress and resilience both on and off the court. And as we wrap up our deep dives, we'll quickly recap all the major stories and give you the full rundown of what you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's biggest stories. We saw drama on the court with Townsend and Ostapenko, powerful statements from stars like Naomi Osaka, incredible grit from Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff, and Naomi Osaka making a strong comeback with a new mindset. What a week! Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed to the Roger Report, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below telling us your biggest takeaway, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.